Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us the scriptures, among other things. And salutations to Yahakim across the earth for doing his work in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. So basically, this video I want to talk about basically the times that we are in and the times that are about to come. You can see it. More and more countries, even here in Holland, they're busy with the 1G, the 2G policy, rules for those who are who took the jab and who are not jabbed up, and so they want to change a lot of stuff, so now people are able to do a lot of stuff, and by taking a test, there are a lot of fake QR codes going around. And the QR code is like the Rona's pass, so you can say like the green card, and starting from was it already 2 weeks now? Yes, almost 2 weeks now. You have the rules concerning that, for example, if you want to go to the gym, you need the QR code, a green pass in order for you to enter into the gym, to go to a theater. Now they stop. It used to be also for the sport events, but now like the soccer games, they are not allowed to have an audience anymore. And so they're switching up a lot of rules. In Germany, you got certain states where they already people who are jabbed up are not allowed to go to the supermarket and stuff. And we already know it's going to happen here. In Italy, we got brothers over there. So in Italy, we know that you gotta have this green card in order for you to maintain your job. And we know, like here in Holland, they're also busy, so-called discussing. Everything is already planned for. So they busy discussing whether they want it to be on the work floor, on the job. If you need a QR code according for you to maintain your job, But with we I mean those who believe in Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, we need to put our trust in the Most High because He is in control of everything. First and foremost, let me jump to the book of Isaiah real quick. Let me see. The book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahawah, do all these things. And Yahawah is the name of the world of Slakia, is the name of who the world unknowing calls God, and his son's name is Yahawashi. So the Most High is in control of everything. And there are many scriptures that prove you that. For example, what they try to teach you in church is that Satan is fighting with the Most High, but that's not the case. Satan and his little helpers, the demons, they can do nothing without permission from the Most High. And I'm going to prove it by going to the book of Job. Let me see, chapter 2. Let me see. Yes. I'm just going to start at verse 1. So let me see. So this is the book of Job, chapter 2 and 1. Again, there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Most High. And Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahawah. So Satan also came amongst the sons of the Most High to present himself. Okay, that's the first cut for this Christianity. And Yahawah said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? So he asked Satan, like, okay, where are you from? And Satan answered the Most High and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it. So Satan be like, yeah, I'll be running around on the earth, basically raising terror on the planet. And Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? There is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High, and escheweth evil. So the Most High was basically bragging about Job. Like, you see, have you seen Job? You see what a good servant he is. He does his best to please me, and he avoid evil. Eschewed means he avoid evil. He does not want to do evil. He does his best to be a good man. Uh, As thou concerning my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Most High and said, Skin for skin, yet all that a man had will he give for his life. But let me get this out. Let me see. And Satan answered, this is the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 4. And Satan answered the Most High and said, Skin for skin, yet all that a man had will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. So basically, Satan said to the Most High, like, okay, you protect him, and you give him all this wealth, so of course he's gonna serve you and not gonna decline you, basically, And Satan said, okay, but take away his protection, and he will curse you. And Yahawah said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So Yahawah basically said to Job, okay, you can do whatever you want with him, but you can't kill him. So that shows you that the Most High is in control of everything. And you can read that book for yourself, the book of Job. You can start from chapter 1, and it will show you. So basically, back to the topic, the times that we are in are about to get more evil and evil. So they busy switching rules, like last week or this week. Yeah, it was this week. I don't remember exactly what day it was, but Austria, they just from one on another day, they came with strict rules only for people who are jabbed up, that they were allowed to do certain things, and people who are not jabbed up, they're basically on lockdown. And things that they do there, they're gonna do it all over the world. They're gonna do it all over the world. And now it's about the jab, but before you know it's gonna be the MOTB, the mark of the beast. The chip, the RFID chip, the NFC chip. Who's that thing is already here on the planet, already been used, but it's gonna be made mandatory. People gonna be forced to get it, like how they try to force people into taking these jabs. Taking away the freedoms. I was watching a clip from the parliament here in Holland, and basically, it shows you what, and there was one, I don't know what it was, a prime minister or whatever, a minister or whatever that dude was. So he was questioning that dude, the younger, so-called minister of health. You could better call him the minister of death. So he asked him, like, why is it? But that also shows you how fucked up this world is, how upside down this thing is. Because children, they can decide from the age of 12 whether they want to be jabbed up by themselves without permission from their parents. But so they are allowed to choose for a jab, which contains a lot of poisons, and there are a lot of I say that. There are a lot of things that occurs with people who take jabs. There are a lot of stories. So, but children can do that, but they are not allowed to buy liquor, for example. They are not allowed to buy cigarettes. But they are allowed to take that jab. They can decide for that. But yeah, that's the world that we live in. So I was watching that clip, and he was talking with the younger, like, how is this possible? But that's the times we are in. So these are evil times, and by seeing the signs and be aware about the times that we are in, it shows us that we also close to the end, man. Matter of fact, let me jump to the book of Romans real quick, because Yahawashi, Lord willing, we are those watchmen, part of the 144,000, so Lord willing, we are part of those, and we're gonna receive salvation very soon, because we are close to the end. This, you cannot, by seeing these things pop up, you know that the end is near. And of course, it's going to be horrible soon, but after that, it's going to be enjoyable, for the children of Israel. So this is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. We are closer to the end than we believe. We have no clue how close we are, because these last prophecies, they might I said it, come out real quick. Just look at the things that are going on, man. Here in Holland, I believe next week or the week after, they're gonna come with this 2G or 1G rules. So, like now, if you don't want to take a test, you are not able to go to the gym. You can't go to I said it, to a theater, to a musical. Now they also do it for the Horeca. So if you want to go inside to a restaurant and stuff, you need the QR code. You know, Children taking jabs to go to the McDonald's and stuff. Or they can't go on a field trip with the school if they are not jabbed up. Or have a QR code. So these are the times, and we already know it's the mark of the beast system. But these are the things that they do before they come forcing you with the chip. They already make it difficult for you. This is where was it? I believe it was Nigeria when when some I don't know if it was the whole country, but I think it was one state or one province or whatever, a part of Nigeria, where people were not able, if they weren't jabbed up, they were not able to access their bank. So basically, they have to stay without money if they refuse to take the jab. You see how crazy that is? So what we gotta do, as the people that believe in Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, we need to put our trust in the Most High and His Son Yahawashi, because there's nobody else, nothing, and nobody else that can help us get us through these situations, through these times that are about to come. So let me see. This is let me see. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 26. But Yahawashi beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with Yahawah all things are possible. Yeah, if you put your trust in the Most High, everything's going to be possible. There's nothing impossible if you put your trust in the Most High. So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Most High and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Who did he ever despise that call upon him? For Yahweh is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. So that already shows you, we have to put our trust 100% in the Most High. Because just read the stories, For example, one example that I like to pull is Noah. Noah was preaching for 120 years. 120 years. He only had his household at his side. The whole world was against him. And those days they didn't know about rain. All they had is dew. Dew was the way that the Most High was watering the planet, the earth, back in the days. Every morning the dew drops were all over the land, watering the trees, the plants, the grass, everything. There was no rain. People didn't know about rain. But the Most High of Slakia, Noah, he trusted completely in the Most High and start warning the people about water that's going to fall from the sky. People calling him a fool. They didn't believe him. 120 years, for at least 120 years, he was preaching. So he built, you got to imagine that yourself. So he was building an ark, a big ship. He was building a big ship on dry land, talking about it's going to be rain. And that in a period for more than 120 years. So the Most High told him to gather certain animals, get them in pairs, and get him in the boat, in the big ship. And when it's time, the Mosai shut up the door, and then it started to rain, and then the people want to believe, like the book of Matthew said, when Yahawashi said, this is going to be the same thing as in the time of Noah, and that's true. Matter of fact, let me jump to that. Let me see, the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 36. Because all we got to do, we can watch and we can realize in what time we are, but we don't know exactly when it's time for Yahawashi to come back. We don't know it, and not even Yahawashi doesn't know it. It's going to say it. So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 36. But of that day and hour, but of that day and hour, knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So only Yahawah knows when it's time for Yahawashi to come back. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Yeah, it's going to be the same. Only this time it's going to be with fire. Nuclear fire, fire from the chariots, laser beams, it's horrible. Death is going to be all around. All around. Horrible death, man. It's going to be horrible. So it's going to be the same way. And you already, sometimes, of course, we in this flesh, so sometimes your thoughts, demons playing with your mind. So you might get weak, but we must not get weak, especially this time. We close to the end, man. We need to put our trust 100% in Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. We are so close to the end, and He's going to guide us to the things that are about to come. If you are not allowed to go to a supermarket, well, you're still going to be able to order food, and of course they're busy. Like here in Holland, they want to buy up all the farmers, because they want full control of everything, of all the food. They already destroyed the farmers like years ago with the mouth and food disease, you know, and the chicken flu, all kinds of, the plague on the pigs and so. So they did a lot of stuff to break down the farmers, uh, murder all the animals, and then basically give them a loan from the state. So now the state is in control concerning the prices because those farmers used to be strong. But of course, it's all about control. So they're busy with it, yeah. But what we gotta do, put our trust in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and He will guide us through. So if you're not gonna be able to have a job later, don't forget we got our brothers in Trinidad and Tobago. They are not they put all kinds of restriction of people who refuse to take the jab. So we already know that they're gonna do it everywhere. They're gonna do it everywhere, man. Even here in Holland, where people think that they got so-called freedom. No, they got liberty to a certain degree. That's it. Let me see. So let me see. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation on such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And that's why you see this time passing by. Because if the time would go slow, none of the elect would survive these things that Esau, the so-called white people, that they are prepping, that they are busy with. It's horrible times ahead, but we gotta put a trust in the Most High. He will take care of those who fear Him. Like I read in the book of Sirach, look at the generations of old. There are many stories. For example, Daniel in the lion's den. When they threw, back in the days, when they threw somebody in the lion's den, those lions will attack immediately. nothing helped and nothing happened to him. All to the spirit and the help of Yahawah. You know. So let me see. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor a seed begging bread. Yeah, because if they're gonna ban us to go to the supermarket, the Most High will find a way for you to get your food. The Most High will take care of those things, man. Let me see. And even if you got children, the Most High will take care of your children. Like he said, let me read again. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 100, chapter 37, verse 25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor a seed begging bread. And the seed is talking about his children. So the Most High will not forsake you. If you sincere and believe and put your trust in Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, he will take care of you. He will take care of you. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 10. Behold, the Most High, Yahawah, will come with strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. He shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lambs with his arm, and carry them in his bosom, and shall gently lead those that are with young. So yet again, take care of those that are with children. Let me see. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 13. Therefore, thus said Yahawah the Most High, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Yeah, the final laugh is going to be the best laugh. Let people laughing now, mocking us, talking, calling us all kinds of names, talking shit that we be on the highways and byways and every Saturday, that we making videos on YouTube. It doesn't matter. When Yahawashi comes back, we're gonna see who's gonna laugh. So this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 2, verse 27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. Yeah. Those who don't have Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi ain't got nothing, man. They ain't got nothing. And that's a fact. So let me see. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Yeah, the horrible things that they are about to come. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Yeah, when a woman is about to give birth, she gonna have that labor pain. She gonna have that labor pains, and that pain is not gonna slack. So it's gonna be the same with all these horrible times on the world. It will happen. These things must occur. We have to go to this, man. Represent yourself as a true soldier for Yahawashi. Where is that? Is it Timothy? Oh, no, Timothy is concerning that we shouldn't have the spirit of fear. Let me see. um, Bear with me for a moment. Let me see. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. For Yahawah had not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Yeah, we shouldn't be afraid, man. We shouldn't be afraid. The Most High will take care of those who put his trust in him. Let me see. What's that other scripture? Endure hardness. Let me look it up on my phone real quick. I think it's. Let me see. Let me just look it up. Yeah, Second Timothy chapter 2. Let me see. Second Timothy chapter 2. Chapter 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi. Yeah. Endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi. Man gotta be man. And the Most High will take care of his men. That's a fact. So back to the book of Second Esther chapter 16 and verse 38 again. And as when uh, as when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. It's going to be horrible. O my people, Slakia, O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Yeah, there's going to be a time that you're going to be persecuted, man. That we're gonna have you were gonna have to leave your houses. What if they implement the RFID chip? You know, that's the only way you can enter your house. Then you're already homeless, instant. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupied merchandise as he that had no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planted the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers, and therefore they that labor in vain. You know, so basically the point was that I want to make is like get ready for the battle. You know, get ready, prepare your soul for temptation. You know, like the book of Sirach said, 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Yeah, make no haste. Haastig spoed is zelden goed. You're gonna make stupid decisions. Put your trust in the Most High, and He shall guide you. He shall show you what you need to do, man. In those times. Let me see what I've got here. Uh, so let me see. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 21. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Yeah, you know, so it's gonna be horrible now, but after that it's gonna be beautiful, man. And I'm gonna end it with this scripture. This is beautiful, also one of my, yeah, I also like the scripture. It's a very beautiful scripture to end it with. So let me see. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Yeah. Behold the fowls in the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Yeah, just look at the birds. The Most High makes sure that they eat every day. You know, that they got their nest, a hiding place. But they don't sow. They don't go up early in the morning to work for their food. No. So why should the Most High take care of the birds and not of those who I said it, want to please him, that fear him, and do the best to follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities, you know, that do their best to please Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Verse 27. Which of you by taking thought can add one cubit unto a stature? Yeah, can you make yourself taller by your thoughts? Of course not. And why take ye thought for raiment, considering the lilies of the field, how they grow, they toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if Yahawah so clothed the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Yeah. Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek, for your heavenly Father knoweth that you have need of all these things. Yeah, and you must not forget the Most High already knows what you need. He knows us better than we know ourselves, so he knows what we need, you know. He's going to take care of that, the things that you need. Not the things that you want, but the things that you need. Because the things that you want are not necessarily the things that you need, you know. You might think that you need something, but that's not that you need. Yeah. Verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take the thought for the things of itself. Sufficient of the day is the evil thereof. Yeah, enough for the day is the evil thereof. So yeah, with that I want to give all praise to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, Baharuka Kudash, a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to Yahakim across the earth who are doing this work in sincerity and in truth. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.